All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, over 360 cop stories. Please look them up. They're my babies. A lot of stuff I cannot unforget. Blown up bodies, hookers, nakedness, parks, people naked. I mean, look them up. They're great. There's a lot of gross alerts. That's our highly visual, highly viewed videos. Those are the gross alerts, Vice stuff. I had 2 years in Vice. Love it. In addition to that, we have over 200 question and answers. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. I'll answer you directly, and then we'll do them on tape. This one I can't answer you directly. It's too big. They asked me, how do you return recruits out of the academy? Oh boy, I've got about a dozen of these and counting more, I think. My experts here will tell me how many I have. Probably should have said so, but a lot. Okay. So now we're talking about working to recruit, and we're going to cover physical altercations. In other words, fighting. Okay, they call it physical altercations, but it's pretty much fighting. I'm trying to, so many things here in my mind, but I'm going to do it first with a tenured officer and give you his background. We both had about 7 years on. We're training officers, and we're training the recruit. Recruit's off this day, and we're together now. He's a Vietnam vet Marine, and so was I. Okay, makes a difference when you've been in the military because you get exposed to a lot of things. Biggest thing, obviously, getting shot at. Okay, and also just getting around other guys, and you wind up having, disputes with other fellow Marines, and you wind up having either fighting or wrestling, or just because it's all that testosterone, macho stuff that people just can't seem to control half the time. And so I was involved in some boxing, which I did okay a couple times. Then one guy smaller than me just knocked me down, and I don't remember the day it was. My head was spinning. So, but they're big on boxing. Army, everybody likes to do the smokers, they call them, where they have inter-division boxing matches and who's better and all that good stuff. So that era was good because it gave guys a sense of danger and how to avoid it and how to address it. Whereas after that era, didn't get a lot. When Vietnam was pretty much over, then we were getting guys, college graduates, high school graduates, and never been in the military. That's what I had when I had mine, because this was like in the late 70s and through the 80s. So you get a lot of people that weren't in the military, and they'll come in later when I talk about when I'm with the recruit. But now I'm with the tenured officer, so we're pretty salty. We got a hash mark for 5 years on. We both got about 7, and we've done a lot. We've done a lot in this division. We're pretty good at this, and so we're driving around. And again, you don't get into the car. Remember what the liberals will tell you: policemen don't get in the car and say, "Okay, who can we beat up today? Who can we shoot today? Who can we kill today?" That's not how it works. You get in the car and you want to go out there and protect people. You got to write tickets, of course, but you interview suspects that look suspicious, walking through parks and alleys. This is what you do. This is what answer radio calls and all that. You don't go out looking for this. You don't go out looking for a fight. But like I've always said, they train us at the academy. You probably will never start the fight. You shouldn't start the fight, but you're going to have to end all of them. You're going to have to end them all. There's no, I think I'll stop and leave and come back later. Okay, that's why I think the academy is so tough and so, demanding, is because they want to see who can handle this, because we have to finish it, whether it be investigation or foot pursuit, or we have to finish it, and it's a fight. You just can't say, I'm done. Go ahead. This isn't just psychiatry or history lesson in school. This is real life stuff. So anyway, so we're driving around, and we see a guy throw it. We get stuff. People see a black and white uniform car, and they get a lot of reaction. Criminals, not Joe citizens. Joe citizens will look. Other little kids, they'll point at the police car. You wave at them, that's fine, But criminals will look over and you can see them. Sometimes they don't even move their head. They're just, their eyes look over. You look over at them, and they're trying not to look at you, but they're looking at you. And they stiffen up. Everybody walks normal, and they'll start walking with their, like robots. Their arms aren't moving. That's a clue something's going on. Okay. So I'll tell you what. We're driving along just down the street, business area, business district, and we're just looking. You always look. Yeah. One thing, when you're in the black and white, you're exposed out there. Everybody knows who you are. Everybody. And we don't know anybody. So you're always doing this, We're having people looking. I'm looking like here, a little bit over his side over, and he's looking a little bit my side over. Just kind of, it's our IDAR, if you want to call that. It was radar. We're just looking, always looking. Well, I saw a guy walking on the street. Turned out he was a drug person. And again, what stuck out was he starts walking, and I see him look over. Then he looks back, and all of a sudden his walking changed. Instead of walking like normal with your arms like this, he started walking with his arms straight. Okay, so that's a clue. This isn't rocket science. You look over, you go, look at that guy. Look at that guy. He goes, yeah, I see him. Because he sticks out. Everybody's walking normal. He sticks out. Okay, might as well put on a yellow jersey, for crying out loud. So I said, pull over. So he goes, I got it. He's already thinking, like, we're pretty much, meshed. He starts to pull over. We're in the middle lane. He starts to come over, and the guy looks back and looks again, and then he starts to run. And when he runs, he throws a bag down. Okay, and the bag was mini bennies, methamphetamine, or it was pills, amphetamines. I remember amphetamines. Throws it on the thing, and he's off and running. So what does my partner do? He starts chasing him in the car. I'm not out of the car yet because there's no place to park anyway. But he's running, looking back at us. Makes the turn. My partner makes the turn. He bounces off he has a street vendor. He has to get around the street vendor. I'm out, and I bailed out because I thought I could get him. Okay. Running, screaming at him, police. Yeah, that's going to stop. Okay. But anyway, he already committed himself to running. And so I know a partner's doing this. He's broadcasting the foot pursuit with the radio. I'm running, and I can hear him chasing. This is an early one I did earlier before. We were doing it in hot calls and foot pursuits. But basically, he stumbles, the suspect, and he falls. Okay, so I'm going full speed, so I have to slow down because I don't want to run over him necessarily. He falls down. He comes up, and this is what he comes up. He comes up like this. Okay, all right. Here we go, okay? This is what we get paid for, okay? 0.1% of the time, this is what we get paid for. My partner's, I know he's coming, but I'm on this guy. I can't sit there and go, I could go like this. Hang on a second. I'm waiting for my partner. Hang on. No, okay? And of course, now that I've been running yelling police, a trail behind me is citizens looking. They're all looking at this, okay? What's going on? A police officer, and they're yelling. And they hear the police car coming around the corner, burning tires. And so he turns like this. I'm still running. So I come forward and I give him a football elbow, okay? Come right at him, boom. He jumps back. I hear a door slam. It's my partner. I can't look over there because I'm watching him, looking to see if he's going to go for a weapon. That's what I care about. Is he going to reach for his waistband? Not a good idea because, he might pull something, and he better pull a gun because it's not good to bring a knife to a gunfight, okay? I got the gun. He doesn't have a gun. So he's doing this, he doesn't know what to do. And he looks over, he looks like this, he sees my partner, and he starts to run the other way. Of course, he kind of runs by me, and when I do that, I just reach out and grab him, and I come around in front of him. And in those days, which they should have gotten rid of this, and there would have been a Rodney King video. In the old days, you could choke him, okay? So I reach around, and I got my arm right up in here, okay? And they did that in the arena a while back. The Irish guy was fighting this other guy from Russia, I think. And had this big match, the yearly match, the death ring or whatever, and he won. He beat the Irishman by choking him. He put a chokehold on him. Look it up, okay? That's called a carotid. You put the neck here on this part of the arm and your bicep. You come all the way around and put the V right here, and you pull it, and what happens is it stops the blood flow, and he passes out. The carotid artery choke out. There's also the regular bar arm control where you use this part of your arm and put it across his trachea, his throat, and you pull back and you wait about 5 seconds and he passes out. It's very quick. Doesn't take very much. And in the meantime, he's struggling. You put your legs over his legs. You all kinds of contortionist move to keep him kicking and moving. You sometimes have to actually fall on your back with him to keep him on you. Okay. So I reach around. I put a bar on, trying to put a bar arm on him, but he's struggling. His hands come up, and I finally get it in there. And I pull him, and he's not that big. He's I'm 6'4", he's probably about 5'8", 5'9". So when I pulled him, of course, my adrenaline's pumping, and a tenured officer like myself, I usually put him on my hip. So instead of having to hold him here, I hold him here against my hip, and then I just reach up, and what happens is their own weight chokes them out. They're dangling from my arm. I'm holding my arm up, and they're going, and of course their feet are dead. Okay, that's what I did. I went around and got him, and I lifted him up my hip, and then my partner comes around, grabs his legs, and then we basically put him on the sidewalk pretty strongly, and I'm still choking him, and then we roll him on his back, and my partner's holding his legs. Really, all this happens very fast, and once I get the choke on him, in about 5 to 6 seconds, he's out. That's how quick it is. It beats nightstick beating, tasering, and all this other stuff that we did later on. Pepper spray, which some of it gets on the officers. This is clean, okay? So, choke him, partner's got his legs, keep him kicking, roll him over, 5, 6 seconds, he goes limp, okay? Roll him on his face, cuff him, it's over. And then he's laying there, and we call it doing the chicken. In other words, as he's coming to, his body starts jerking, he's getting the oxygen. We call that doing the chicken. It's a derogatory term, but we don't tell anybody we just among ourselves. But an added bonus, when you do that to someone, it's a bonus in policemen's eyes, disgusting in some people's eyes, and kind of funny in other people's eyes, is that most of the time they pee and they poop, okay? Because their muscles relax. They are out, man. There's not just where, like TV where they kind of close their eyes for a second. This guy's out. You choke him out about 5 or 6 seconds, another 4 or 5 seconds, he starts to come to, maybe 8, 9 seconds, he's awake. So for basically 5 or 6 seconds, I'm not a doctor, but 5 or 6 seconds as a policeman, I know he's out. He's out. He's just a limp doll laying there. And then he starts doing the thing where he gets his oxygen. Then he wakes up. What happened? They don't even know what happened. You know, you shouldn't have ran for me. Well, okay, fine. Then you look down, and of course he's, you know, a lot of guys wear khaki pants because they're gang members, and you see this big stain on their crotch, and then you get in the car and you go, whoa, you know, he pooped himself. And to us, that was kind of like, all right, that was like a code of honor that you could do that to someone. You know, yes, okay. So that was an altercation with me and a tenured partner, okay. And of course, everything else you have to call a sergeant, you get them medically treated, and you check them out, and all that good stuff, which is fine. The standard procedure whenever you choke someone. And on a side note here, they got rid of it because there was 2 or 3 deaths involved of this alleged chokehold. Unfortunately, almost all the deaths, I think it might have been 1, but they had like 5 or 6 over many, many, many years, were black. I think majority of them were black deaths. But the deaths came out. The coroner report said that they died in a combination of the chokehold along with cocaine or heroin addiction, where they were basically high, or PCP. So of course, the news media blamed the chokehold. No, should have blamed the dope. They can't do that. Why? Why can't they blame the dope? Because you can't sue and get money from a dope. You can still get money from the police department. That's why they do it. Do you think they do it for any kind of noble reason? Absolutely not. The attorneys do it for money. They all sue the city. They all got money. That's why they do it. You can't sue the PCP manufacturer. It's clandestine. You can't sue the cocaine dealers. That's why they did it. You think it did it? Oh, come on. So consequently, if we'd had the chokehold with Rodney King, his very world famous video, that guy, big fat guy, he would have been choked out in 5 seconds. It would have been over. By the time they went and get his camera and came back, they would have had him handcuffed and put in the car. There was no beating involved. When you take out a stick, then you have to decide how strong is the guy with a stick. And apparently the guy that hit Rodney King was not very good at stick hitting. He just kept hitting him like he was hitting the side of an elephant, and nothing was happening. They tasered him again. Nothing happened. They had a taser, kind of new. So again, in the old days, you could have done it. We had tear gas at the time, not pepper spray. You shoot the tear gas, it goes like this. So everybody gets it except the crook sometimes. So anyway, so I'm getting off on line here, but that's the altercation with the tenured officer. He did everything right. We chased him on foot, turned the corner. He stood for a fight. Saw my partner. Partner's already out of the car, broadcast. He's running up to him. He goes by me. I grab him. Just to recap, around the neck. He's trying to kick. My partner comes down, grabs his legs. We spin him on the ground because, again, we've done this together so many times that we didn't have to sit there and figure out which way is he going to turn him on the ground. You don't want to do that. You wind up doing one of these things, you know, like a rack. You don't want the one officer to grab the head, go that way, and the guy's legs go this way. Something's going to happen in here. Oh, they won't break anything, but it's going to be weird, okay? It's going to be weird. So anyway, but we've done this a few times, so we're very much in sync with each other. We're tenured. We've done lots of these, okay? So, and then it's over. It's over, you know, okay, fine. So we booked him, and that was the end of that. Okay, so if you have a good feeling when you do this, you take him, not in the sense that, gee, I get to beat someone up. No. The feeling was the fact that neither one of us got hurt, okay? No citizens got hurt, because sometimes these guys get running, they'll knock people over and stuff. Women, they don't care. They want to get away from the police. I've seen it many times. We were chasing guys, they just knock over women with baby carriages and women with groceries. They want to get by. They don't care what's in their way, because they're animals. They're criminals, okay? So nobody got hurt that way. He got hurt temporarily. We take him to the doctor. We tell the doctor what happened. He looks at his throat. He asks the guy to count to 20. What's his name? Where do you live? Doctor goes, he's fine, because he doesn't have any restriction on his speaking or his throat or his tracheata or whatever. And fine, you can book him, and off we go, and it's clean. We come back from the jail feeling really good, not high-fiving that we got to beat somebody up. We felt good that, hey, that was a pretty good caper. We're Jews, that was good. And we'll try to critique each other. Like, what else can we do? Well, I don't know. He turned on me. Yeah, I saw that. And then my partner goes, well, I should have come out sooner. I said, no, that's okay. You did the best you can. What are you going to do? Everything happens within not even a minute, within seconds. Maybe from the time he turned to the time I grabbed him to the time we slammed him down, maybe 10 seconds. That's how fast it is. Really fast. It's like 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. That's how it goes. It isn't one of these karate shows you see on TV or the Olympics. This is the real deal. Gotta go fast. You do it fast and precise, because that way you take him out and he can't fight you. We're not built for these 4 or 5 minute fights. That's crap. You start to get tuckered out, man. I run 3 blocks, I'm already ready to die. So you can't be wrestling someone. Everybody had a wrestling match. I wrestled in high school, if you did, but man, you wrestle for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You are dead dog tired. All your energy is out there. All your strength. So no, we don't have that kind of luxury to do that. Anyway, I ran out of time. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.